What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. We're here to talk about 𝗕 protocol today, and there's a very special reason for talking about 𝗕. So as you will probably be aware by now, over on the Cheeky Crypto main channel, we are live once again. We had Thursday and Friday this week with the live sessions. And during this live sessions, we did, of course, see Paintball for Life requesting a super chat on that live stream, asking for thoughts about 𝗕 protocol. So I thought, why not bring it over here? Let's make a full feature video on 𝗕 protocol, its movements, where I think we're likely to see the price action of 𝗕 going. So when we drop it down, first of all, onto the weekly time frame, we can of course appreciate the moves that we have seen 𝗕 protocol do. So ever since this push from October 16th, we of course seen a 376% move to the upside. Most recently, we have of course seen this price come down and find a bit of consolidation at this previous area of support turned resistance. We can see that at the $2.87 level. So just now, this weekly candle, we can see we are breaking above that level once again. We never quite came down to test out that 50 EMA or 50 SMA with that weekly stochastic nearly in the oversold territory. We could look for a continued push to the downside. However, the optimistic approach here would be a push up towards the $5.37 to $6.84 level. On the more macro view, in my opinion, we would obviously look at this as a wave 1, 2, 3. We are coming down just now into that wave 4 and will be looking for that push up in its fifth wave. Now, of course, that is a very optimistic approach. We can see the position the markets are in, but if you've been tracking the channels, you will know that I am looking for altcoins still to have a little bit of a rally. I expect to see money flow from Bitcoin into that altcoin 3 market. 𝗕 protocol, of course, will be a beneficiary of this. So let's dive down into the timescales for 𝗕, the weekly, the daily, perhaps even drop down to the hourly. Let's look at the moves that are playing out for 𝗕. Guys, fantastic to have you back with us once again. If you haven't done so already, please do smash that like button, subscribe, tap on the bell, select all notifications. If you have not yet subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. We can see this channel is growing very quickly and it's fantastic. We want to see it continue to grow. So yeah, that's the plea for this video, guys. Please do smash up that like button. So when we drop it down again to that weekly time frame, on the intro I did speak about that 5-wave move that is playing out here, and we can see this wave 4 within itself. We can take a area here that we find quite interesting. So a typical retracement for a wave 4 is of course the 38.2 down towards that 50% retracement level, and that gives us the indication that, you know, we are pretty much in the direct level here and finding support at this level, the 50% retracement for that wave 4, giving us the notion that we could be looking for this big explosive move to the upside for 𝗕. Now, from its current price, you're looking around about a 79% move, perhaps a 128% move. That is not my expectation. I would be very surprised to see it go that high. The minimum expectation, of course, will be a double top scenario around about $4.65, giving us a 55% move to the upside. But we can also look at this another way, guys, and I want to give both approaches to this one. Let's just open this chart up a little bit here. The retracement of this drop to the downside is something we do have to consider. Now, this would be between the 88.2 and the 50% level. We can see this here in the chart, $3.36 with a higher level of $4.29. So in my opinion, we should be probably looking at this area before we look at this higher area, but keep this area in the back of our minds. A push up into this $3.36 to $4.25 would of course be a very bullish movement. But a movement that I think is expected. Yes, that daily, yes, the 8-hour is overbought looking for correction, but we know that weekly stochastic is looking for a push to the upside. So whether it's a retracement into this area or whether that's that 5th wave impulsive movement, we can keep an eye on this one. Of course, should we see that price come up and break $4.62, then we know we are on that path to this higher level of $5.37 and $6.49. The realistic expectation for now is of course a move up into this retracement area. And the story remains the same here on this daily chart. Now, for reference, throughout this video, Binance is the data source. The moves that we did previously track, of course, that C wave in yellow had a higher level of $5.57 to $7.02. Now, there is the possibility that this one did finish here at that $4.62 level in the middle of a fair value gap, but what we can also take a note of is the way the price action has moved. Coming back down, testing at the 50 EMA, the 50 SMA, losing it. We are coming back up to test these areas once again, but more importantly, we can see we have found support on the daily equilibrium. We could still see this one slip down, and this is why I'm thinking that we may not have these overall bullish pushes to the upside. Should we actually be taking a note of this one here as a bigger 5-wave move, which I do not think is the play. In my opinion, more resembles a WXYXZ, which of course would be a B-wave correction. But ultimately it gives us the idea that, we're perhaps only looking for that retracement we do see here. We'll draw onto this daily chart also. Let's just grab the correct levels here. This gives us a notion that perhaps we're looking for the level of $3.37 to $4.29. But I don't want to be too bearish on this one because I do think we can see these achievements. That C wave, if we take the 100% move of the A wave, well, that white C wave would have a target area between $5.48 and $6.63. So ultimately, we are in a bit of uncharted waters just now, with the hourly and the 4 hourly oversold, the 8 hourly and the daily overbought, with that weekly almost oversold. We can see a mixture on the stochastic positionings. But overall, I do think we are still in that bullish altcoin market and we should be looking for these movements to the upside. If I was going to put my hat on it, I would be looking at around about the $5 level for Near Protocol to push back up to. But of course, we have to consider the $3.37 to $4.22. Let's see how the price reacts when it comes up into here. Let's see if we can come up and test this previous high of $4.62. Should we break that high? Well, we are on track for that white C-wave target area, which of course overlaps with the yellow C-wave target area here on the daily time frame. And now we will drop it onto the hourly chart. So our members down in Discord, of course, know that we were tracking this 5-wave move to the upside, which in my opinion is a wave 3. So the wave 4 never quite came down to its typical retracement area, but we can see it has, of course, hit minimum requirement. We can draw a fib onto here. The minimum requirement, of course, is at 0.236 Fibonacci level. So we know we have hit the minimum requirement. We have completed that wave 3. Overall, it does appear we have got our wave 1, our wave 2, our wave 3. We have also completed that bigger wave 4, and it does look like we are pushing up in the 5th wave. So what are the next movements in my opinion? Well, once again, we can look at some retracement areas. Ultimately, the 50 to 80% retracement is of course where we should be looking for the price to come on back down to. Most likely this will happen over the course of this weekend, where we will of course see many of these stochastic positionings reset. It would be fantastic to see the 8 hour also reset down into the oversold territory, but time will tell on that one. So we can see the breakdown is happening just now. Yes, that hourly is oversold, but it's the weekend. I don't expect fantastic movements till probably midday and later on Sunday. But there's drop to the downside. We have came down, tested out the 50 EMA, the 50 SMA, and it looks like we still have a little bit more still to go. We can see the potential for a bit of a push to the upside beforehand with an A, a B and a C, bringing us a little deeper down into the charts. Come down, test out equilibrium, perhaps test out that 200 EMA we can see sitting at $2.89. Also, we can see this fair value gap. I think it's highly likely we will see the prices come on down and test out this area. From there, I would then expect a nice bullish push to the upside. So when we bring that back over onto the daily chart, well, what we would actually be looking at here is a bigger A, B and C playing out, giving us the idea of the push up into that retracement area we previously highlighted. So we draw that on once again, a bigger A, B and C. And what I want to make everybody, be a bit of aware of here, this could just be an A wave. We would then be looking for another B wave and that next C wave, which we can see would have the potential to bring us up into those higher targets that we do have for Near Protocol. So Paintball for Life, this video was made especially for you. That super chat over on the main channel on the live streams was absolutely fantastic, greatly appreciated. Thank you for doing so. I hope you've covered off everything you had to ask there for Near. That's my thoughts, my opinions on the charts as I see them. I hope you guys align. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. If you don't, especially if you don't, let me know in the comments down below. It's always fantastic to hear where you guys are positioned with these charts and the markets. In yesterday's update, I covered Solana and the potential breakout that Solana is starting to form. Linked up here, guys. Head on over, check it out.